What's up, guys? In today's episode, I go over the new Amptweaker Type Metal Pro 2. Stay tuned. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Luis Torres, and here I have the new Amptweaker Type Metal Pro 2, which is a preamp pedal. But here's the one thing, because I ended up using this and instantly disliked it. And of course, it kind of reminds me of the time that I first used the Two Notes Lillian, and I was like, meh. But then realized that some of these preamp pedals actually need a boost in order for it to sound great. Now, the problem that I had with this pedal is similar to actually the Seymour Duncan Palladium, which looked like it had everything that you could possibly need on a preamp pedal. This actually has more because it has boost volume, boost gain. It has a tight knob also. I mean, look at it's just riddled with knobs all over, which is great. There's a boost option. On the side, you have a fat normal, fat boost, and that's when you trigger the boost button on the left. On the right, it actually is just the engage. So it literally has everything that you find on a PV 5150, which makes sense since this was designed by James Brown, who designed the PV 5150. So it has volume, resonance, presence, low, mid, high, gain, and tight. So the way I use it is, dude, this is going to kill the entire industry because it's literally the entire preamp without needing absolutely anything. There's even a DI out, and it has a mid boost option. It has a thrash, a smooth. It has a built-in gate also. I was like, dude, that's everything in one. You don't need anything. And you actually do need to use this with a boost pedal. Listen, it took me about an hour and a half just using this pedal by itself before I realized, and I can't say that I realized it. I ended up just posting in one of the guitar Facebook groups, and they're like, bro, throw a boost pedal on that thing and it's going to sound absolutely killer. So I ended up using this alongside my Pepers Dirty Tree, and it is an absolute beast. So for $299, if you're trying to stay portable, then that's great. This thing is absolutely killer. And for the most part, I mean, listen, I have a bunch of Mesa rectifiers. I have Marshalls. I kind of feel like they all need a boost pedal anyway, especially the way I kind of dial in the amp, and then I purposely make it a little muddier, if you will, so that way it works well with the boost. So I did exactly the same thing with this pedal. Again, if you want to go ahead and have something portable, this is great. So the only thing that only minor issue you'll run into is it sounds absolutely incredible when you're using a tube power amp. And by tube power amp, I'm talking about my Mesa 290 power amp along, and this is what I'm going to be using for this video, is my Mooer Tube Engine, which is 20 watts and is powered with two 6v6 power amp tubes. And when I use it with my Seymour Duncan Power Stage 200, it's definitely a bit different. It's noticeably different compared to using a tube. So if you have a tube power amp, use that. If you're using a Power Stage 170, Power Stage 200, or even something like an Electro Harmonix 44 Magnum, you're definitely going to want to adjust it. You'll never really make it sound warmer like a tube, but you can make it in the ballpark, and I kind of was able to do that with my Power Stage 200. So again, I'm going to run this through my Mooer Tube Engine, which is 20 watts tube, and coming out of my Mesa 412 with Celestion V30s. Let's have a listen. Okay, guys, in this video, I'm going to be using my trusty ESP M2 Custom 1991 with the Seymour Duncan Nazgul in the bridge. The way I'm going to start it is no boost, so it's going to sound thicker, muddier, which is how I like it. And then I will throw on the Pepers Dirty Tree so you guys can hear the difference. So there you guys have it. This thing, aside from the the shape of the pick that I don't like about it, it's actually great. It's a great pedal. It just takes a while. There's so many options. It just takes a while for you to kind of dial in your tone, and then if you throw in a boost or any overdrive, then you have to readjust those settings. Just like any amp, you know, grab yourself a brand new tube amp, and it's just something you're going to have to deal with. And this is no different. And again, if you're looking for something portable, this thing is just as crushing. I compared it the other day to my KSR series, and it's different. But it's different just like my PV5150 is different than my, you can't see it, but what, where is it? Oh, it's right above the Mesas. It's different compared to my KSR Aries, you know what I mean? Like different manufacturers will naturally have a different characteristic to its preamp, along with the way they have their power amp section working with the EQ, and this is exactly the same thing. So again, from my personal opinion to you, If you have a power amp that is tube, then you're gonna want to use that. I mean, you want to stay away from like a Mesa 290. Those things brand new are like 1800. If you get one used, that's great, but it's heavy as sin. It's like 90 pounds. The Mooer Tube Engine almost has too big of a footprint. It's small, but it's definitely leaning on the larger end of the small spectrum. Conveniently, if you have a Power Stage 170 or 200, then you will be fine. Again, that's voiced a little differently. So you're going to have to play around with those settings to work with this and your boost pedal. But again, I cannot stress, if you're thinking about getting this pedal and you think you don't have to throw anything on there, hopefully this video will make you realize that you will need a pedal. And at this point, everyone has a Maxon OD808, a High Wind Dire Wolf, or like a Pepper's Dirty Tree. Everyone has one already, so make sure you have that ready to go. But this thing by itself, you know, it'll take you 80% there, and then a really good boost pedal is going to take you to 95%, and that alone is going to be ridiculously crushing. So guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. For all you guys that who are OGs, yo, thank you so much. You guys are the best. The video that I posted yesterday, a bunch of you guys sent out cool comments, and thank you so much for doing that, taking the time to just either say that that's a cool story, or, you know, guys like my boy Lee, who was just like, dude, my dad was exactly the same way. So, you know, we're all in the same neighborhood to some degree, as far as how a lot of us were raised in the US. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Share this with your buddies. Put this on your Facebook use groups or guitar groups. And thank you so much. Have a great Christmas if I don't talk to you guys. And as usual, I'll talk to you guys soon.